Check, check, check. Yo, what's up, everybody? Whew, man, what a day. I'm still kind of getting ready, but I hope y'all doing good. Let everyone start popping up. I got some things to complete here, but let me get this done, and then we'll get started. Yeah, man, what a day. It's not gone exactly the way I wanted it to, but it's all right. Let's see. So, yeah, I got 2 songs here I got to create tracks for real quick. I mean, I was like, shoot, man. Let's see. I was literally like right on the cusp of completing all this stuff and then getting ready to turn on the cameras. So it's like, it's been one of those days. Kind of one of those days. Anything that can go wrong has gone wrong, but, you know, not too shabby. I'll let you see what I'm doing, by the way, so you know what I'm doing. So I'm just putting tracks in this file here. Let's. So we got an acoustic song and an electric song tonight, brand new songs of the week. So we'll be cranking those up for sure. And then I got. I'll put this right here. A new Andy LaRock solo. Hopefully I can play it. We're going to have to probably cut a little piece out of this. I was able to find a backing track for it. Where did it go? Oh, I'm stupid. I put it in this folder. Look at all these songs. This is all the songs I have, folders of songs. Isn't it crazy? This gets wild to look at. All right, Shroud. Okay, where is this song at? So I learned how to play Trapped in a Corner from Death with Andy LaRock on it. And I gotta figure out what the heck. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. All right, there's that. Okay, I think I'm ready on that front. Let's see. What do we have? Ray Freese in the house, buddy. What's going on? How you doing tonight? Good to see you. Let me turn that off. Stardust in the house as well. Jake Koenig says, evening, I got to stay home in Texas this weekend for the first time in months. He's going to spend a couple hours of the weekend in this stream. If that's cool, that's totally cool, dude. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're good. Gloria in the house. How you doing, Gloria? Vlad Kiev says, today I'm in time. There you go. I was almost not in time, but thank you for being ready. Crow in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you there. Vlad says it's 4 a.m. in Ukraine. Yeah. That's early. We got plenty of good stuff for you today. Oh, man, but yeah, I'm not even ready to do anything. Like, I still had to put all those songs in the queue here. I haven't even played guitar yet. I didn't even get to play over these new songs on top of that. So, man, we got to work. We got to get working. I don't even know if the guitar works. It could. Let's see if that works. Guitar's not even turned on. Unfortunately, we're not even tuned, so we better tune this thing up right quick. And I'll show you what that looks like too if you want to see. It's always fun to see stuff. Because here we have this nice tuner here. And we're not too bad off here. Actually, we're not too bad. This D's always funky. Alright, wasn't too bad on the tuning side, so that works out. probably going to be mostly a free-for-all tonight because I have no idea. I didn't get a chance to write a set list, so I'm just going to play whatever we feel like tonight. How about that? What do we got? What do we got here? I didn't play this one all week, so we'll play this. We're not going to play anything. There's another track that's unmuted, for Christ's sake. How is this even going? What the hell? All right. Take two. Pretty good, but man, probably shouldn't have started with that song. Probably need something with the slower, but that's all good. We will warm up as we go along. The Mountain Dew shall help us. It's a major melon kind of night because I've been feeling melony. That's what he said. Let's see, Crow says this is first Saturday. That's awesome, brother. Yeah, it's a different vibe, different stuff. We chill, and yeah, man, we got all kinds of cool stuff. We always release I try and redo a new song of the week. This week I have two songs of the week, so we'll get it together. Jake says, anything new with the channel? I've heard a couple of new songs sounding crazy. Oh man, a whole bunch of songs. I've pretty much been cranking out a new song every week. It's probably 15 to 20 new songs, probably since we last saw you. I can't remember. But we'll try and get through a few of them for you, brother. That's for sure. Derail, happy Saturday, buddy. How you doing tonight? Donald James in the house. Donald, I got a surprise for Donald tonight. I'm going to try to at least. George Kaplan, how you doing, bro? Great to see you there. Muse says, would you play Far Beyond the Sun by Yngwie? Man, that's a tall order. I do have that song, but it's one of those songs, it's got to be something special for me to just play it. Like I've told people before, like on TikTok, I said if I would get 40,000 likes in this stream, I'd do Far Beyond the Sun, and I would get 40,000 likes. You have to see it here, but YouTube's a little different. I'll think about it, buddy. I'll think about it. If I'm feeling fresh a little later, I might just do it just for fun, just for thanking everyone for being here. We'll see. But stick around, buddy. Stick around. I do have that song here. Let's see. Thanks, Crow. Thanks, Derail. And Derail's doing good. That's good to hear, as always, buddy. Love to hear it. Derail's ready to rock. That's what I'm talking about. And he says, don't forget that I like. Donald says, oh, a surprise? Let me think. It's fun to guess. I know. If you missed the first 3 minutes of the stream, I did mention it. So if you want to rewind, you can find out. But it's all good, buddy. You'll like it. We were messing with it the other night. We'll see what we can pull it off. I might have to play it a couple different times to see if I can knock it out. Let's see. Well, Jake's in the house, man. We got to play Jake's favorite song here, man. Or one of his favorites, an old classic for Jake. I don't even think I'm warmed up for it, though. Hang on a second here. Let me find something else to warm up to. We'll do a slow one, a slowish one. How about that? This one I can get slow. We'll do this other. We'll do 2 intro songs in a row. right, that was a better warm-up there. These songs are not, sometimes they're not as easy as they look. They get crazy. They get crazy. All right, let's see what we got here. Darrell say he ready for the college football game next Sunday. Oh, yeah, man, let's go. Let's go. Ohio State Buckeyes, my team. Let's roll. Donald James says, oh, trapped in the corner. You got it, buddy. I found the backing track for it, but I got to cut it up a little bit. I got to cut a piece off. I just want to get the solo part. I didn't have time to, but I got the backing track. Jake says almost 64,000 subs. That's crazy. Sadly, I missed 50 and 60, but I'll try my best to catch a set. No problem, buddy. These weekly live streams go wild, man. They go wild and crazy. So we've been pumping it up, man. But we appreciate you, brother. You've been here for a lot of other milestones, so no worries, no worries. Donald says subs keep flipping like a slot machine. That's right. That's like a good rap line right there. Darrell says today's Kobe's birthday, man. Rest in peace, Kobe, man. Unbelievable. Gone too soon, man. That's that helicopter stuff, man. I don't understand these helicopters some days. There you go, Donald Shred of the Ages. Thanks, Crow. Jake says Rick gonna play. You know it. I was gonna play that just a minute ago, but I said I better warm up one more song. Nicholas, what's up, buddy? Thank you so much. Michael at Fairbank in the house. How you doing, brother? Great to see you, man. Ray Freese feeling that great shred. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. All right, we'll keep it going here. We're feeling a little nimble for sure. Let's see. All right, this one's for Jake, the old classic Jam 5, a.k.a. Murder Hornets. See if I can pull it off, man. experiments. You gotta love them. They're still going after all these months. There you go, Jake. I knew you'd like that one. Let's see. Jake, Domino's Murdered by Horses, dope title. There you go, right? That would be painful too, very painful. And it'd probably feel like that. Juji in the house said the show just finished. It was really great. That's awesome. Juji was out there watching some Queensryche tonight. Very cool. Very cool. Jake said, Jake dropped that super chat, brother. Thank you so much, dude. He said, thanks for that, Rick. It means a lot. I've missed hearing that one. Oh, yeah. That's a beauty right there. There you go. Hope for the best. Appreciate you there, brother. Donald says, crazy change up on those finger tapping. That's not easy. Yeah, that's a crazy one. That's like the Andy LaRock style tapping, too. Which is my favorite to use. But yeah, that's a cool little riff. It was basically like the the classic pedal tones, but I'm doing like the Andy tapping. So it's like, Andy's the man. Andy's the man. We're gonna try and play that Andy solo tonight for real. We're trying to get it done. Like I said, I might have to play it a couple of times to get it right. But I did. I finally finished it yesterday. I listened last night. I went through the whole solo, went through all the parts. Pretty sure I got them down. So we shall see. We shall see. All right, what about this one? All right, let's slow it down a little bit. Cool down after that hot shred. Let's go. Always nice to cool down after a hot shred. We're moving along tonight too. Shoot. All right. Well, we gotta pump up some jams for sure. We're gonna throw all kinds of wild stuff out there tonight. Probably. We'll see. Don says, Trapped in the Chord, Chuck's also jumps in that solo, both really good. Yeah, I didn't get the Chuck part. I never really, I could probably play it if I sat down and listened to it for a few more times, but yeah, the Andy part's the toughest one. I never tried to learn Chuck solos, of course, but Chuck did play some great stuff. He always had a great mind for melody and trying to get because he loved the guitar solos. It was one of his favorite things to listen to, is like guitar solos and other guitarists and stuff like that, so he always tried real hard to make that the best solo, It was always cool. Jake said the tapping and tremolo section what makes the song for me. Just something about, here you go, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I know, right? Queensryche, it would be nice to see. Thank you, Juji. Appreciate that. Rosanna, buenas noches. Good to see you tonight. Gloria says, the Bucks are losing to the freaking Bills. Oh, man, I know. It's only preseason. The Bucks are looking good this year. They're looking good, too. Raiders are looking good. But, yeah, preseason's just a bunch of, let's try everything and see what works. But we'll see. I'm not going to get too mad at the Bucks or the Raiders right now. Because, just preseason. Oh, let's Rosanna, it's good to see you. Let's see. One more quarter in the house. What's up, buddy? Good to see you tonight. Hope you're doing well. Jake says, Trapped in the Corner is still my favorite standard death metal solo of the time. I will try and do it justice for you tonight. I will try and do it justice. Big Wave in the house, buddy. What's up? He says, you sure know how to make that Jackson scream. Sounds great, man. I'm trying to learn a little bit from you. No problem, buddy. I'm glad to see you in here, man. Hanging out. If you have any questions at all, I'll be happy to answer. Saturdays are pretty chill. I got a little more time to chat and chill. But if you haven't seen my videos on my page, man, make sure you check out some of those instructionals. They can help too, man. I promise you that. Michael said they are the kings of almost getting the job done. Makes Undub believe he's an NFL scripted. I know, right? It gets kind of weird sometimes. Michael says everything has a storyline, all sports. It's true, man. It's true. You never know, man. Trapped in a Comer. There you go. Donald can't wait for that season. Me too, buddy. I'm ready. We're ready for it. Let's see. I had a bunch of tunes written down on the list. Jake probably never heard Intimidator. Jake, did you ever hear Intimidator yet? That's a fun one. Let's see. Let me find that one. Someone tells me Jake has not heard Intimidator yet, and I don't even know what it's called. I don't even know what song it is. I didn't write it down in this setup here. Shoot, is it this one? I don't think this is it. Nope. Okay, that's it. Alright, I don't think Jake's ever heard Intimidator, so we're going to rock that one out. Raiders know how to intimidate, so this one's for them, right? One more chorus says, me and the dogs chilling to some tunes. Alright, buddy, well, let's get everyone hyped up with some Intimidator. It's funny, I wrote this on June the 7th. Can you believe it? All right, let's go with it. Intimidator. called the Intimidator right there. I won't write it down. I'll remember it, I think. That's a cool one there. Me like that one. That one hits hard. Oh, let's see. Donald James says, me and Rick are going to talk about how good or bad the Rams are. I know, right? You never know. I mean, this year looks good. I mean, I think we'll be better than the last several years, just this year alone. So we shall see. All right, so Jake said he hadn't heard it, so let her rip. All right, there you go, brother. Hope you enjoyed that one. Gloria says, can't wait for the NFL to let us watch our own dang team for free again. I'm not buying expensive pay. I know, right? I used to get a thing called NFL Rewind. I think it was like maybe $20 or something, and you could you couldn't watch the games live, but you could watch the replays. But it became counterintuitive because I would just like open up a website and see the score and be like, well, I'm not gonna watch that junk. They're like, well, I don't need this money. I don't need to spend this money anymore. Donald James knows what's just worth watching to see Crosby, boy. Yeah, Crosby's the man, and he's going to go crazy this year. All right, Judy said getting back to the casino with her dad, sending hugs. Take care, everyone. Well, good to see you, Judy. Have fun tonight. Thanks, Crow. Donald James says, just that one key change shifts the whole tune. I know, right? It's a good one. Val Kimber, what's up, brother? Good to see you tonight. There you go. Donald said, down with the Rickness. You know how we do. Val said, he's down with the Rickness. There it is. Val was feeling that fire. There you go. Jake said, that's the first time hearing this one, Rick. Loved it. You're a great songwriter. The 30-second no sex are always good. Thanks, brother. Appreciate that. Thank you, Rosanna. Oh, yeah, we're going to have some, we got some beach time tomorrow night. Watch that sunset. Always the sunset in Florida, you know, the Florida beaches are some of the coolest things you'll see. So nice. I shall take pictures, of course. There you go. Jake said, consider me thoroughly intimidated. That is the one right there. Evan Kelly, buddy, how you doing? Good to see you tonight, or tomorrow. Good to see you in the morning over there. Sometimes we forget it. Evan's in Australia. It's lunchtime practically for him. Fred Hinkle, how you doing, brother? Great to see you tonight. Michael says, Rick, you ever listen to Angel Witch? I've heard that name, and I might have heard an album a long time ago. I was probably really stoned or something at the time. I believe my friend Steve Childers had that record. He played it a couple times when I was over at his house hanging out. We used to get pretty high back then. So was it kind of doomish metal? I can't remember. Thanks, Nicholas. Appreciate that, bro. Oh, what else we got? What else is new that maybe Jake hasn't heard? Jake hadn't heard Incarnatus. That one's feeling good too. That's a good one to play. Let me see what else we got. Jake hadn't heard Spark. Jake hasn't heard, man, a lot of stuff. How about Free? We didn't play. We'll play Freeze. Where's Freeze? Is this it? No, that's the other tune. All right, let's play Freeze for Jake. And in case you didn't know, there is a new Freeze shirt out there. Let's see. I don't know why this is here. I literally had a paper towel on my desk. We'll pop up the Freeze shirt. Jake might not have seen the new Freeze shirt, but let's crank that one up. This is a fun one to play. People have been liking this one, so Jake, here's another new one for you. we go. Hope he didn't get too cold on that one. That's the freeze right there. Man, that's a good one. That was so fun to play, honestly. Oh, that felt good. That felt good. We're getting better now. We're getting more and more hot. How do we go here? Oh, let's. Val said that's one of my favorite parts of the beach. There you go. Yeah. Val says Rick should write a song with the sound of the waves crashing in the background. That could be interesting. There you go, Evan. Crashing them cymbals, man. Call it cymbals. Oh, it's Jake says closest beach he got is 4 hours away at South Padre. It's not really as nice as Florida Beach. Yeah, true. Florida Beach has got it pretty nice, man. I used to live like 10 minutes away from Clearwater Beach before I moved to down here. It was nice. You could just roll up anytime you wanted. Eric Alvarez, how you doing tonight? Good to see you there. Michael says the only beaches here are on Lake Erie. Yeah, I feel that, man. I used to live up in Ohio too, man. Not too many beaches up there. Even I've been to a beach in New York. Like, yeah, it's real nice up here. Yeah, you got to get them to the Atlantic Ocean or Gulf waters, man. That's where it's at. I used to stay at a lighthouse in Gulf Shores many moons. That'd be wild, man. Michael said I wouldn't go into that water if you paid me. I know, right? Yeah, Lake Erie. Ugh. Not too fun over there. Evan said he was down at the beach with his dog this morning. Nice, dude. I'll bet you that Australian beaches are real nice, man. I'd love to see them one day. One day. I know, right? Val said, have you seen any strange critters there? How come, yeah, if I ever watch like YouTube and something about Australia, it's like these huge spiders, like the biggest spiders I've ever seen in my life, man. Crow says, you going to play some acoustic? I sure am, buddy. Yep, we got to get through some electric songs, and then we will definitely be cranking out the acoustics. It's right in the background. It's right there. Ready to go. We'll grab it. Absolutely. Lisa in the house. How you doing, Lisa? She says she's taking the dogs out. No problem. Them dogs go out quite a bit. But I know how I said dogs love to go out, man. Going out is a dog's favorite thing, man. That's the truth. Oh, Jake says, damn, Rick, you've been cooking while I've been gone. Right, some masterpiece. Thanks, brother. I don't know, did you even hear Have you heard Voltage yet? Got to play Voltage, too, if you ever heard that one. Thank you, Michael. My friend, Ohio's gozaimasu, my friend in Japan there. He says, good evening, Mr. Rick. Thank you for the passionate guitar playing and good live streaming today, too. Have a good evening. Thank you, as always. Mina Saiko arigato. Let's see. It was like dar. Evan says we snorkel so sharks don't bother us. They're advanced. I'd be afraid of some sharks, man. There's some dude down here in Florida, the dummy. There's a beach shark, something like that, and there's like goofing off playing and taking pictures of it. And the shark, it was like a lemon shark or something. The shark just bit his dang leg half off, man. I was like, that's what you get, man. Don't mess with. Put the shark back, man. Don't mess around with the sharks, man. Crazy. Val says, who let the dogs out? Oh yeah, true that down. The new Phrygian song. I ain't played that one either in a minute. Chris Arsenault, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, Stardust knows sharks are beautiful on TV. That is true. I don't mind seeing a shark on TV. Up close? No thanks. No thanks, man. Let's see, what we got? How about we play... Jake hasn't heard this one. We'll do this one. See if I can find the Phrygian song, and then we'll do Voltage, and the new song, and then we'll switch to acoustic. Try and rip through these here. All right, Jake, what is this called? This is called Apocalyptic. I don't have it written down in this version of my live stream setup. Yeah, this one's called Apocalyptic. pretty apocalyptic. There's no doubt. The title checks out. That's for sure on that one. Where's that one Donald was talking about? Is it this one? That ain't it. What is that song? I think it was this one. Alright, here we go. We'll get that one queued up. We're gonna rip through some stuff. I did not have a lot. Almost didn't have enough content last week, so I gotta make a bunch of more songs. I gotta throw a bunch of more songs tonight in. What we got? There you go, Mike. He's fine with watching my YouTube. I know, right? Val says he don't want to hang out with sharks. I saw Jaws. Yeah, I know, right? If you've seen Jaws, you know, you know. Jake said, I heard anything you've written since late May. All right, well then, this is Jake's night. We're gonna play all the new stuff for Jake as much as we can here. There you go, Donald. He knows what's up. Apocalyptic Mystic. Val says shark. Sharks got them doze eyes. Them doze. That's a great scene. Let's see. I did not serenade her at all. She wouldn't let me. I tried. Lisa said we have more rain coming, moving in. Little brats must know it because they're not quite. I know, right? It's been raining hard today. It's the rain. See, if you know about Florida drivers or people that drive in Florida are already not so smart or something. You throw a little rain in there and they go haywire. They don't know what to do. Half of them are driving like 2 miles an hour. The other half are driving like they're in a Formula One race. It's not hard, people. It's not hard, people. It's not hard to drive in the rain. Just be careful. It's all. Gloria says she's off to bed. Everyone, 5 a.m. comes too soon. Have a great night. No problem, Gloria. You have a great one. It's always great to see you, too. Oh, let's see. Oh, Gloria says, before I go, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe. You got it. Listen to Gloria, everybody. Make sure. Jake said Rick threw a little murder horns in that song. Yeah, it was a little, that one run's very hornety. It's quite hornety. Jake said he loved the backing track on it. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, it's a good one. I got a lot of new toys since you've been away, too, man, so we've been having fun with them. Rick Hickman in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you so much, my friend. All right, let's see if I remember this one. All right, this is we don't know. This doesn't have a title, but it's very Egyptian Phrygian jam session. Let's give it a shot. Egyptian jam right there, whatever it's called, the Phrygian. That's called Phrygian Dominant. I have no idea. I never came up. There's a lot of songs that still don't have titles, man. And that's where we at. So let me see. Well, wait, Voltage was in March. So I'm guessing Jake probably heard Voltage, right? Have you heard Voltage, Jake? Let me know. I don't remember. Let's see. Jake said, you could do a little bit of singing tonight, Rick. Wouldn't hurt my feelings. Maybe. We'll see. It just depends, man. It just depends. The new song could have singing in it. The new acoustic song, we could have it. Don says, I wonder if the mods thought about a Nightbot command, like command to which people... Yeah, I've seen that stuff, man. Lester Mitchell uses some Nightbot thing. I looked at it. It's you have to go onto a website and connect your YouTube to it. I'll have to look into it, man. Could be something. There you go. John James said he loved that track. That's a fun one right there, man. Tazi just tuned in. He said, buddy, I'm late. No worries. Checking out the news in Cali, Columbia. Jeez. Whoa. I ain't heard about that. Anyway, I'd like to hear Symphony for your Requiem if you can. Well, you know I could try. Jake Koenig in the house. He says, don't ban me, Stardust. I'm an OG member. That's 16 months. Jake is, I think, the longest standing member we got in this world, man. Jake, you the man, brother. You know we love you, bro. Thank you so much for, that's an achievement right there. That's 16 months. Dang. Michael said he ain't been in the Zoom forever. We went a couple years ago, man, but it's so freaking hot, man. Maybe in January we might be able to go when it's chill. Don said, there's a chat I know where the mods time each other out for the fun. Dang. Thanks, Lisa. Michael said, Ricky drinking Dragonfruit. I am not. No, this is a Major Melon tonight. I can't find it. I think the Dragonfruit's only at Walmart. And I pretty much don't go to Walmart, man. They never get things right. Obrigado, Rosanna. Jake said, I have heard Voltage, but don't let it stop you. Oh, we might do something else, man. Thanks, Crow. Sweeter Sweet. This is a Raz Gush edition. I think it's called Blue Raz Gush. It's pretty I like blue raspberry stuff. Oh, let's see. Thank you, Rosanna. Let me see. Jake heard Voltage. Now, what else is new? What else we got? Let me see what else we got. Spark. I ain't heard Spark. I don't know if I know how to play it, though. Oh, no. How about Incarnatus? Maybe not. We just kind of played in that key. How about Spark? Shoot. We'll try Spark and then, what was it? I mean, I want to Requiem or Symphony. Maybe we'll try Symphony 40 after that. Let's see. We'll try this Spark song. I haven't played this in a couple weeks, so this could be horrible. I'm still going to play the new song of the week, or at least one of them. Let's go. This is called Spark. Let's try it out. forgot how to play a solo part. I remember the key, but I don't remember the solo itself. Wow. That's a wild one. Yeah, that's a cool song right there. All right, let's see. Oh, we're flying along tonight. Oh, let's see. Big Wave says, very nice sound. And may I ask, what are some of the effects you're using? Yeah, sure, buddy. Sure. I'll show you what I got, man. Happy to show it. So basically, I'm using, this is Studio One, and I have just my all mixed and mastered files. I just dump in here in like one big file. But as far as what I'm using for guitar amps and stuff, this is right here. This is Amplitude 5. If you get a good look at that. And this amp here is basically, they call it the JH Gold, but this is a JTM 45 Marshall Plexi. It's basically pretty much the same thing Jimi Hendrix would have used back in the day. Obviously, I'm not playing like Jimi Hendrix, but the sound of these amps were pretty incredible for the day. This is probably 1974 version here, so maybe 70, somewhere between the early 70s version of a JTM 45. From there, I just have a couple of different effects. I have a 10-band EQ, which is all flat except for the mids. I scoop up. This is just a gate, so you don't hear noise. Because you can hear noise like that. If I turn it on, you just hear the crusty noise. And this right here is called a Veridode Plus, but it's based on the MXR Distortion Plus pedal. And I just crank it to 10 on both. And that is actually it. I really don't have anything else beyond that. I have two speaker cabinets. I basically have two amps, the same thing, both pumping out two different speaker cabinets. This is like a U87 Neumann, and this is a SM57 essentially. Also on top of that, I use this thing called Chris Lord Alge. This is a plugin from Waves, waves.com. It's called CLA Guitar. I essentially use it for this delay here and this reverb. And I do have a little bit of extra bass. It's like a sub sound. I got a treble bite. I have that turned down just a little bit. And then some compression on top of that. So nothing crazy, honestly. It's very simple setup, honestly. But it works well. I love the Amplitude 5. You don't need the you don't need the Waves plugin. It's just my preference for delay and reverb and stuff. I like the sound of it, but yeah, it's a real nice Amplitude 5 is what's up, man. I would highly suggest it for anyone that plays guitar, or at least interested in the PC, computer plug-in sounds. That's the way to go. Some amazing sounds you can get off that thing. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Let's see. Val says, I was feeling raspberry myself. I had to get some raspberry zingers. So those are good, man. Michael says, I haven't had Major Melon, but you're right. I ordered groceries and they substituted Dragonford for Voltage. So yeah, Walmart, man, it's never fun, dude. Every time I got some stuff from Walmart, there's always something wrong with it. They forget something. I'm like, screw Walmart, man. Walmart used to be okay, but not anymore. My friend from Japan says, awesome, thank you so much. I'm rooting for you from Japan. Don arigato gozaimasu. Ichiban no fendes. Thank you so much, buddy. Lisa said, did Chase get a donation, get Rick to sing? Nah, he only donated for the Murder Hornet song. Thank you, Lisa. Crow's feeling the fire. There you go, brother. JK missed a bit. JK missed a beat. He's right back in it, man. There you go, buddy. Let's see. Donald says, I was playing along with Guitar Guy ATX every day. Blues is so chill. Man, I love that guy, man. Yeah, and his backing tracks are so nice, dude. He's got some real... I try and listen to it, try and get some inspiration to write another blues song, but man, that dude is good, man. He is good. I like watching that, man. It's very chill. If you don't know who Guitar Guy ATX is, you should check him out. He's just like he's in Texas, I believe, I think. Real chill dude. Plays the blues like you wouldn't believe, man. It's like his blues sounds like some like late 50s, early 60s type blues playing, which is amazing to me. I love the sound of it. Donald James used that Amplitude 5. Oh yeah, brother. Have you looked into that? UA Volt yet? I'm interested in knowing that, man. Indy in the house. How you doing, Indy? Good to see you tonight. Yeah, Donald James knows Stardust is the managing mod. That's for sure. That's for sure. There we go. Jake's got a link to Indy's channel. Make sure anyone in here that hasn't subscribed to Independent Mini Night, or Indy as we call her, make sure you go subscribe to that channel. We'd appreciate it. And she's got a show coming up, backstage coming up. Nice. Big Wave Boogie in the house. He dropped that 5 gift memberships. Man, oh look, Pellet Funner got one, man. That's awesome, dude. Pellets are count man for the week. That's awesome. That's great to see. About to Sleep got one. Benny Barnes produced the games and the path to Maine. Wow, that's great. Big Wave, appreciate you so much for that, man. That's very, very kind of you. Michael says, Ricky, got any home remedies for a swollen or aggravated tooth? Probably not, man. You just got to pound the aspirins, man. What was it, man? There was one time I couldn't get painkillers, and I had a toothache. It was maybe Stars remembers. This a while ago too, but it was like Tylenol, the highest strength Tylenol you could get, and then something else, man. And it helped a little bit, but other than that, it was horrible, man. Horrible. And it was like right before Thanksgiving, I think, and I was just like, God, I was like, get this tooth out of me, my God, man. It was a wisdom tooth I had, actually. And it was killing me. It was killing me bad. Down says, I will. I do believe they give you a trial run also. So cool, man. Yeah. I think that'll step your whole game up, buddy. I think it'll step your whole game up, man. And you'll be happy when you get it. You'll be really happy when you start getting into it. Steve in the house, what's up, bro? Good to see you tonight. Yeah, Oragel kind of helps a little bit. But yeah, if you can get some like the highest strength Tylenol you can get, and something else. Stardust, do you remember? It was like, I think, because like I went and they had to check me out first, and they couldn't give me painkillers yet until I got the tooth removed. And the lady's just like, just take a bunch of Tylenol and take a bunch of something else. I can't remember what it was, but it helped. Evan says clover is good for a toothache. That might help too. Donald just Tylenol and codeine, bro. I can't remember, man. You're welcome, Donald. Yeah, it was something weird, man. But I took 2 different kinds of painkillers, like, over-the-counter painkillers, like 2 kinds at the same time. Like Tylenol and Advil. I don't remember. But man, I didn't feel. It definitely killed the pain, or it lessened the pain. But well, type it out. Type it out. All right. I think Stardust remembers, but I can't hear what she says. But anyway, yeah, it was weird. I would take like a sip of water and like a slosh in my mouth, and it would like the pain would go away for like 3 seconds, and it would come right back. And be like, oh God. I was like, I didn't care. Like, just take the tooth out of me. And they were like talking all this stuff. Like, I don't care. Here's my credit card. Here's my insurance card. Take this tooth out of me. It was rough. But they ended up taking all the rest of my wisdom teeth out, 3 of them. It was, I was out for days, man. I was out for days. All right, well, this one's by request. We'll do Symphony 40. Requiem's a little long. I got to get that song of the week going too here. So we'll do Symphony 40, and then we'll do the new song of the week. Then we'll switch over to the acoustic guitar. If that's cool with everybody, all right, let's do Symphony here. Symphony 40. One of these days I gotta record a real nice cut of that one too. Alright, let's see if we can do Trapped in the Corner a couple tries. Where'd it go? I have to cut this part out though. So it's right about there. Let me split this thing in half. How do I split it in half? Wow, I don't know how to do that. Let's see. We could probably go like this. Oh, let's move that there. I need all that space though. All right, we'll have to play with that, but I will. I can kind of see where it starts right here. All right, for those who don't know, this is the song called "Trapped in a Corner" by Death. This is one of Andy's craziest solos ever. We're gonna try it out. If I can find a spot where it starts. There's no cue. To tell. I should have cut this earlier. My bad. Try it again. It's there. It's almost there. It's almost there. I'm sorry for the delay on that one. That's freaking hard, man. Trying to find a spot. Anyway, a lot of comments. Appreciate them all. See if we can see where we left off, because I was going on there. Let's see. That's a lot of comments, man. Y'all was going crazy over there. All right, let's see if I can catch it. Jake says, speaking of killing of pain, it's officially tequila time. Time to get loopy. There you go, bro. Oh, there you go. India knows. Yeah, gargle some half hydrogen peroxide and half Listerine. Nice. I wish I'd have known about that. Donald J says, save trapped for next time. Heck no, man. Heck no. Michael says, Rick, that's how I've been feeling the past 3 days. Just wanted to take my tooth out with pliers. I know, dude. It's the worst, bro. It's the worst, dude. Jake said, gun a second down as much for trapped in the corner. There you go. Thanks, Lisa. Evan says cocaine's the best for tooth. Yeah, probably, man. Costly, expensive. Vice says you can buy dental pliers on AMZ. Oh gosh, I would not do that. Don said it's okay. He can save it for tomorrow. No way, man. I'd do it. I can do it a third time if you want. Vice says some food grade hydrogen peroxide. Yeah, that really helps for sure. There you go, John. Val says Rick James was Evan. That's true. That cocaine's a hell of a drug. Donald says, how the hell do you get a clean track out of omitting the guitars? Like, yeah. There's two. This one, I bought a subscription to a thing called Fader, F-A-D-R. But you can also use Moises, M-O-I-S-E-S. I think they're both free, I think. But I bought a subscription for a year because it was like half price or something. But yeah, it's called Fader. You upload the MP3. If you have to have the MP3, of course, or the WAV file, whatever. You upload that, and AI separates the tracks. I think you can do 4 tracks for free on Fader too. Same with Moises. And you get like some free credits a month or something, or free credits in a day. But this Fader can actually do up to 14. It'll go even deeper and cut up to 14 tracks. It's also a plugin for Studio One, so I can just use it as a plugin, which is really nice. But if you got some tunes you need, Donald, let me know, buddy. I can cut them up for you, or just go check it out. Fader, F-A-D-R, is what it's called here. Lisa said, dang, another commercial. Dang. I know I turn them way down on Saturdays. I go way back on it. There you go, Donald. Yeah. Jake said, if I could play like Rick, this is literally all I'll ever do. There you go, man. That's a good one, man. Donald James said, that was sick. Love that. So thanks, bro. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I still got some work to do on it, but most of the parts are there. They're getting there. It's getting there. Crow's back. Good to see you, buddy. Jake said he'd rather break his leg than have a toothache. I know, man. It's a rough one, man. It's a rough one. John says, one expensive habit, that and pills. I know, right? Val says, don't let Rick James on your car. I know, right? It gets some mud on it. Okay, Don says he does use Moises, but the tracks sometimes don't sound good to me, yeah. And he doesn't use, try the F-A-D-R, the Fader. But yeah, I can crank them down. What I did was I put it in there and I did as many tracks as it would pull out. And then I can download them by waves, or I can download the stems. Excuse me. I can download the stems so I can get separated tracks. Then I just put them back in my DAW, and then export it. I put some effects on them and try and clean it up, and then do some effects on it, and then export it again. I didn't have time to I was gonna just cut it so I had the solo part, but I had to do the whole song. I didn't have time. Val says, I'm old school. I only use Grandma Moises. Old Grandma Moises. That's a crazy one though, man. I'll keep working on it. I like playing it. It's one of Andy's best solos. It's so memorable too, which is cool. All right, well, let's get this new song of the week out the way. I'm afraid I don't know what key it's in. We might have to. You might get a little taste of it while I try to figure out what the heck. I did not get a chance. I basically wrote this whole thing, and then I didn't get one chance to play anything over just to see what it sounded like. On top of that, I think I did it in drop C. So I gotta check. So you'll get a little sneak peek of what we got here. Key change. I did a key change like right in the middle of this too. Oh God. Try it out. I have no idea. So there's a little sneak of that. Let me check these comments before we get into it. Rosanna, thank you. Jake says, Rick, I haven't had to delete a single comment tonight. Rick streams have been quiet. Yeah. I mean, Saturdays have always been pretty chill. It's the weekdays now we do. And actually, I think I've said it all the time. It's a members only chat, or not members, it's a subscriber only chat. So you have to wait 5 minutes if you want to chat. And most trolls can't wait that long. There has been a few, but then the whole chat goes hard. We go crazy and light them up. We light them up. But yeah, that's how we roll. Thank you, Rosanna. Yeah, Donald James, it truly works. It does. It works like a charm, man. Jake says, Lisa just got her 511 subscriber. Very nice. Lisa says, any ideas for an emoji? I don't know how to choose one. Oh, well, if you need Lisa, Stardust design, graphic design, she could make one. Or I don't know anything emoji wise. I just did a picture of myself, so I don't know. But if you need something special, we could make something for you. Don James said, I can tell that's going to be good. Oh yeah. Val says, we need to light them up, riff it out. You know it, buddy. All right, let's see if I can pull this off, man. I don't think I changed keys during the solo. I don't think. Yeah, I think it's all the same key. It's actually weird. It's like almost in an F, and then A sharp. That's very strange. I don't know, man. I come up with, I come up with some wild stuff. But let's go. Let's give it a try. needed to play that a couple of times prior to the show, but something there. Interesting for sure. A lot of different possibilities there, but we shall get there. Oh, let's see. There you go. Donald says, take a pic of your dogs. Use them as emojis. There's a nice one. Lisa, she'd never be able to get in one picture. Dang. More commercials. Dang it. HD, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. 'Tis been a minute. Jake says, so YouTube interrupts Rickstream with commercials if you don't have premium. That's great. Yeah. And I put it on like the lowest possible denominator of ads or whatever, like the lowest they got. There's a way I'm supposed to be able to do it manually. I don't know. I have to look into that. Indy's got the link to our buddy Donald James. Make sure you click on that link. Give Donald a sub. Donald's going live just about every day in the afternoons, or late afternoons, I should say. Jake says, holy crap, I hate paying for premium. It's worth it. It is, bro. It is. I mean, I have my personal account as premium. I have a separate account on my work phone. That is not premium. And I get ads like you would not believe. Like ads after ads after ads. It's insane. Jake says, it looks like we got some new mods now. No, one mod we haven't seen for a long time. Actually, two. Well, we've been seeing Michael recently. But yeah, Jake has not been around for a while. But he's back for a little bit. But yeah. No one new, just returning. Returning mods. It's almost like a game show. A game show called The Mod Squad. Our returning mod, Jake Koenig. Oh, let's see. Thank you, Lisa. Indy's got the link to a DJB, aka HDS. Make sure you click on his link. He's been doing his YouTube a lot lately too. Indy says, sound good to her. All right, thank you, Indy. I got to work on it. It sucks when I'm so low on time. I'm like so low on time when I'm like, I finished. It takes me like, because I wrote 2 songs tonight. So I finished one. The first song I'm gonna play for the acoustic is like, it took me like 30 minutes to write it. It was like done. And I was like, all right, let me go for the big one. And I just kept running into troubles and finding, it's like, just kept taking me longer and longer to finish. I was like, oh God, why? And then by the time I was done, it was like, well, I got 5 minutes. Yeah, it's not gonna work. So, but I appreciate that. Indy's got the link to Val Kimber. Make sure you check out Val's channel too. Crow, thanks, bro. Appreciate that. Jake's vibing in house. Says, glad to be here tonight. The Saturdays are always the best. You know how we do it. Vice says, I don't mind the commercials you get paid. I get paid a little bit, but not a lot. But yeah, like I turn them down, you know, because basically you don't really get paid until after the stream like is over. And like if I was to get 1 million views on this stream, which is impossible, or could happen, you never know. Nothing's impossible, but you know, then those revenue pumps up. But during the show, I don't get much. Probably a couple cents or something. But it all adds up, you know. It all adds up. Chris Arsenault, thanks, brother. Fight says commercials are designed to be in the middle of a solo. This is true. Then the site asks you reload so you can show you the one you. You know, it's almost like I kid about it all the time because we're driving around and like, you know, something like say Rat comes up and listen to the whole tune, and then it gets to the solo, something happens. Either, you know, Stardust might have something to say, or there's a car that's bugging me, or some weird stuff goes down, and then it's a guitar solo. Even when a long time ago we'd like listen to like music at a friend's house. And, you know, you'd listen to the whole first half and you're just intently listening. Yeah. Then that guitar solo comes up, people start talking. So, yeah, what do you think of this so far? Like, bro, the guitar solo's on. It's always messing. It makes me mad. People are my commercials in real life. There you go, Donald, the Mod Squad reality TV show. And he says, Rick, do you do a great game show? I try. I listen to a lot of them. Vice says, oh no, not the Mod Squad. Let's see. Val says, Indy Rickanos, the shredding game. He's back in. I'll be back at 2-2. Evan said, yeah, I saw this. The annual World Air Guitar Competition in Finland is on today. Can you believe that? I watched it last year. I was like, wow, it's okay. I mean, hey, whatever, man. As long as they're having fun. Jake dropped another super chat. He said, heard a lot of new shreds tonight. Probably worth a super chat. Thanks, bro. Appreciate you, man. Thanks, man. And anyone that super chatted on Stardust's birthday, once again, thank you so much. We were able to get Stardust about $120 some dollars in Amazon bucks. So she's happy. Thank you so much. If I said, let's make some revenue gimmicks and lose the commercials if you're making paints. I know, right? I don't know what I make on it, dude, honestly. Because the super chats usually take over that. Jake Fiben said he finally learned that Gerudo Valley and now to perfect it. There you go, brother. Noble in House says it sucks because the ship on this kind of music is sailed. I'd like to be wrong, but talented people don't get the recognition they deserve. A lot of smoke and mirrors. Yeah, it's true, bro. Like I said, dude, I'm not here for anything other than my own enjoyment and see where it takes me in life, man. It's my final swan song, you know. It's my last shot at glory, essentially. But yeah, beyond that, dude, I could care less about anything anymore. As long as people are enjoying it. Let's see. All right, let me kill this. All right, now I got to switch to the acoustic jam. And my favorite part of this night is to calmly put this down and grab the other guitar. And I have this long chord. It's always nice. All right, probably just play a couple of these tonight. Okay. Acoustic up. Oh, there goes that pick. We're not going to worry about that one. We have three more in case of emergency. For that. Oh, let's see. Can't remember if I have to turn the mic off or what I gotta do. Anyway, what we got? There you go, Donald. Michael says, I think I'd win that. There you go, bro. You gotta get in there next year, bro. Jake says Gerudo Valley is the GOAT video game song. I gotta check that out, man. Michael says he used to air guitar at work. Lots of practice. Okay, I think I know what I gotta do. I gotta turn this. For some odd reason, yeah, I'm like having trouble. Like the guitar is, the mics are having. I don't know. My microphone and the guitar microphone are having some fight. I don't know what it is. If I says, how about we have guitars built for you to auction off after playing off and on over the weeks? We'll make a copy of your rig in midnight. With the Shaler, but Renstrom Dinky reverse. That'd be pretty nice. If you could get them for cheap enough. I have to find some company I can put them, but yeah, I don't know how that would work. That sounds like a lot of work. Let's see. Donald J saying the channel is growing, so believe it amount of something in the end. Yeah, I know. You know, like I said, man, I have fun. It's fun to do. It doesn't cost me much. I mean, it costed me much, but I've made all that money back, thankfully. And anything we make just helps out the studio with getting more goodies and more toys and try to make things sound even better than they do. But yeah, that's it, man. HD says, people like us grind our tails off, and a-holes like Giacomo Torre get all the attention stealing others' work. Yeah, that guy was bad, man. That guy was bad. That was pretty sneaky, man. Jake says, ooh, Rick's on the nylon now. Oh yeah, buddy. Oh yeah. Fight says, love seeing the nylons. I know, right? I got some legs. Remember those? Thank you, Donald. Crow said, acoustic, here we go. I haven't seen Rick play acoustic. Are we getting ready, man? Jake said, that has a super bright and clean sound. Yeah, we worked on it. I'm still working on getting a good sound for it. I found something on, I bought some stuff from this place called Chop Tones, and they've got like a ton of these acoustic IRs, and I've been thinking about getting them just to see if there's something better. Indy says she loves the acoustic. Oh yeah. Let's see. Fight says, easy having guitars made and shipped from China. True. China. Jake said, shredding on the acoustic never gets old. True that, bro. Donald James says, no, it's donate to the tour fund. Yeah, buddy. That's gonna be the big one there, man. Get that tour fund money. Let me see what key this is in. I think I'm in the right key. Let's see. Let's give it a try. Not sure what this is called. I don't know. All the new songs of the week are currently called 08235. That was the electric, and this one's called 0822325 AC for acoustic, I guess. But let's give that a shot. I think I got a mic. I'm gonna mute the mic here. there you have it. There's something new, something different. I don't know. I literally wrote down like 30 minutes, I think, about it. It's pretty quick. Not too much fanfare going on there. Just I just wanted to get the basics down on that one and see where it took me. That wasn't too bad though. Oh, let's see. I gotta mute something here. Let me mute this. Okay. Okay. A lot of comments. Appreciate them all. It's great to see everyone tonight. I really do appreciate you hanging out on a Saturday night with me. Let's see. Where do we go? Evan said his stress just dropped to a sloth. There you go, man. You gotta love that, man. Yeah, I always thought it was like noble shot or something. Then I think I remember a long time ago, someone said it out loud. I was like, so I just call him noble. So I don't use the the term, because no bad language comes out of my mouth while I'm on camera. Not usually, very seldomly, very rarely. But I appreciate it. Let's see. Jay Cohen dropped another one. He said, Indy says jump, I say how high. Nice. Because Indy did say, I saw it. She said, shout out Rick with a super chat or a super sticker. And Jake said, let's go. Michael says, they say dance how high. There you go. Mosty, hello to you, buddy. Michael said, you're getting overtired. Mosty says, Rick, you're the best, man. Thank you so much, buddy. I truly appreciate that. Ray Freese was feeling it. He said, beautiful play. Thank you, Ray. Thank you so much, buddy. HD was feeling the fire. There you go, my friend. Crow's the Crow. Now, Crow, a believer. He said, holy smoke, this is awesome. Thanks, Crow. Appreciate it. Thank you, Michael. Indy was feeling it, too. Thank you so much. AP in the house said, good evening. All right. I tuned in just to hear in time for it's a beautiful tune, bro. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Michael. Jake's vibing, feeling that elegance on that one. Very nice, brother. Donald James knows Crystal Mountain has that acoustic soul at the end of it. It does. Yeah, you wouldn't expect that. Chris Arsenault, thank you, bro. Hey, Tazi says, sound like a lonely movie soundtrack. Some old guy on a horse in the desert riding in the sunset. There you go, man. Mosty says it's 6:30 in Tehran, and my morning starts with this beautiful music. Thank you, Mosty. That's awesome, buddy. Great to see you. Welcome to the show. Thank you, Michael. Crow says, passion all over. Thanks, Rick. You're welcome, my friend. You're welcome. At least I'm going to try and reboot. All right. Zach G in the house says, nice guitar, Rick. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I love this. I love this. This is like one of the nicest classical guitars I've ever had in my life. I had a pretty nice one when I was studying classical in college. It was I think it was a Yamaha or something, I think it was. It was a really, really nice one, though. But this one's just amazing, man. The craftsmanship on this thing, the tone it gives out, it's unbelievable, man. These are expensive. I still want to get a Chet Atkins SST. I keep looking. I saw one, man. I almost got it. It was like $800 or something. I was like, I don't know. Something was wrong with it for it being so low price. But I think someone snatched it up pretty quick, though. They're usually about $3,000 to $4,000 anymore. Jake Vine said it wasn't too bad. He's so casually says, I couldn't do that in my life depending on it. Just so much skills, man. Thank you, Jake. Appreciate you, brother. Val's feeling that magically delicious licks. There you go. We got to try and find some other, what other tunes have I played in a while? Acoustic ones. Yeah, I got to go through the list here and see what we got. See what we can do. There's one I was thinking about doing the other day. I don't know if we'll try it out, man. Let's see. All right, let's try this one. I think it's in... This one might be a long one. I don't know. We'll give it a shot. I don't know. So many songs to try, but let's see. I ain't played that in a hot minute, man. I don't even know what was going on there. That was a pretty weird and wild one for sure. What else do we have here? Let me try this one. Where is this one? Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking through my list. See what I can find here. See what's chill. Oh, I haven't tried this one in a while. Try that one. All right, let's see what we got here. Shoot, let me mute this guitar right quick. Okay. Let's see. A lot of comments. Let's see. Zach G, thanks, brother. Jake said the finish on that guitar is like mirror. I can tell what flavor Mountain Dew Rick's drinking. I know, right? Nice. It could use a little wipe down for sure. I am lazy when it comes to that. Heather P in the house. How you doing, Heather? Happy Saturday to you. Rosana, obrigado. There you go, AP. He knows what's up. Thank you, brother. Ray says, Rick, I think you'd like to play the acoustic at my. I like you to play my acoustic at my funeral. Then you'll see me smile. Oh man, Ray, you know I'll be there for you, brother. We appreciate you, my man. Absolutely. Well, let's see. Jake Fiveman said, I'd like to say thank you, Rick and Mods, for recommending some good music. I've gotten into Dokken, Dio, Ingrid because of you guys. And not only that, you guys are the best community. Thank you, Jake. That's how we love to see here. We love to keep this community like it is. And it's a great bunch of people. And we appreciate you been hanging with us, man. Absolutely. Heather P., how you doing? It's great to see you. Jake said, this will be magnificent in your stream, Indy. If you can get Rick in there next Friday. That's the tough part, isn't it, man? And I would love to, you know. I love to get on Indy's stream and jam out. Friday nights are rough for me, man. I get off work, man, because I don't stream on Fridays, like personal day off or whatever. Man, I am so tired by the end of the week. But I'll have to see if I can sneak in there. Thanks, Donald. Yeah, true that, Indy. I know. I try and get there as much as I can. It's that Friday. And usually, it's like sometimes I've caught it and you are doing the flip thing, and I'm like, and so if I don't get there like by 10 and start getting going by 10, I'm like, I get too comfortable on my couch. Let's say that. Plus, we usually eat a big meal on Friday nights, and I'm like, my brain just like goes into mush. I'm gonna try and get in there one of these days soon again. Thank you, Zach. I know. I knew what you meant, Indy, but I was like, I don't do those stuff, Indy. Thank you, Nick Brown. Appreciate you, brother. I know, right, Jake? Doroteo in the house says, did you watch Beverly Hills 90210 back in the day? I did. I watched it for a long time. I was a huge fan of that, actually. I know, Jake Cohen said, Rick was cooking. I was. I know. No. That one's for here. I got to turn this on for Doroteo. This is how I know. That's how I know. There you go. I did watch 90210. I think I was in love with Jenny Garth at the time. But not anymore. Heather P., thank you. Hey, she said, you used to coke up a lot. Those days are history. I know, right? Yeah, me too, buddy. I was crazy with it back then. Jake says, he already plays fast enough. Nah, I know, right? Oh, let's Thanks, Nick. Donald James, you like it? Nice, man. That's an old song there. Crow, appreciate you, brother. Jake's vibe said, there's good, and then there's Rick Renstrom good. I appreciate that, man. Michael Adams in the house. How you doing, bro? Good to see you. Says sounds great as always. Absolutely. Thank you so much, man. And you got a link to my merchandise collection there if you're interested in t-shirts and mugs and I think we got some hats. I think we got some stickers, some hoodies, all kinds of stuff. HD said, I got in this rut where I feel like I'm a mediocre guitar player. It's rough. I'll get through it though. Yeah, it happens, man. It happens. It's tough, man, because guitar playing takes a lot of work, and it takes constant work, man. It's like I have to work. I've been finding extra time to practice more. I need it, you know. Like some technique, like my arpeggios. I keep practicing those more. I'm practicing my ascending, alternate picking. I mostly do economy picking when I ascend scales and stuff, but I want to be able to do alternate too, and I'm working on it. I gotta work. It's like so much work, and I don't have the time, but I'll try and find the time, man. But yeah, I know how you've been. I remember I took 5 years off. I cut 2 different times, man. I gotta stop playing, man. Just wanted to stop playing. Donald James knows the vibes are always good here. He dwells in the political communities, and it can get very bitter. Oh yeah, I don't never get in that political stuff, man. AP says, amazing community. I'm new and really appreciate enjoying. Thank you, buddy. Always good to see you here. Heather P knows it's great to be here, and this is a great community. Doing great. Oh, that's awesome. I'm doing good. It was a pretty rough. I don't want to say a rough day, but it was not the day I wanted. Let's say that. But it's gotten better. As it's like I think when a lot of times when I was on tour, you're not like, sometimes you just can't do anything. You're just like kind of miserable sitting on a bus or trying to find something to do, and you can't. But once you get on stage or I turn the cameras on here, everything changes, and it just starts to have fun. And the day starts to get better. Jake says getting carried away with the chat, but these tracks are beautiful. Thanks, Jake. I appreciate that, bro. AP says he's rocking his Thrones of Obsidian shirt and trying to get a post. Yeah. AP, I think you can only do it on your mobile phone or the YouTube mobile app. I tested it out myself. I didn't see a way to do it on the on like a computer, like through a browser. It looks like it has to be done through mobile. So yeah, make sure you do it on your YouTube mobile app, and you should be able to do it with no problem there. Here you go, Indy. Jake Five says it's been my pleasure being here. You guys are generally some of the best people I've ever met. It's through a screen. I know, right? That's the best way, man. That's how people, I don't know what's the word, congregate. You find a amount of like-minded people, and you can just get along. That's what I like. Jake's Five says Rick doesn't cook. He's a 5-star missile and stuff. True that. Lisa says YouTube kind of screwy tonight. HD knows that's right. What's up, man. A breakthrough. It just means a breakthrough's around the corner. Absolutely, man. And that's why when you hit that breakthrough, like when you break through the wall and you make it through, things just start to fall into place, man. Chris Liggett, there you go, bro. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Andy's got the link to Chris Liggett's YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe into that. Jake Vibe, no, politics never lead to anything good. This is true. That's why I stay far, far away from it. Jay Koenig say, thanks to everyone who's become a member of the channel. Appreciate the support for Rick. Thank you. Absolutely, buddy. AP knows. Thank you. Stand by. Absolutely, brother. Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing that, man. Let's see. I got this one here. What is this one? I don't even know what this one is. I unmuted something. What was it? What did I unmute? Let's see. Bitter. I think this one Stardust calls like the 80s montage love theme or something. But this one reminds me of something like Eric. I wrote this song kind of like I wanted to kind of do like an Eric Clapton kind of vibe, I think it was. Maybe I got it, maybe I didn't. Let's see what we got. All right, let's turn this mic off here. '80s montage, love montage song right there. That's a cool one. I haven't played that one in a minute either, but that's a nice one. I'm telling you, it's my Eric Clapton homage to Eric Clapton, mostly. Let's see. Nick Brown says, "What VST are you using on this this acoustic?" I don't think much of anything. Let me see. I could show you. Let me pull up my screen here. This one I'm using nothing crazy. I'm using a just a 6-band EQ, and what is this? This is a This is the CLA guitar plugin. I'm using like a arena reverb and a little bit of a delay, and I also use like a kind of like a spreader, so I put it in stereo. So it gives it a little wider sound, but yeah, nothing crazy. On this, I've been meaning to like work with this a little more, and see what other things I could come up with. But for now, that's what it is. But it's always about the worst thing about finding tones is time to mess with stuff. Like you're constantly messing with stuff. I've got a bunch of Yngwie like YJM 100 Marshall amp for Tone X, and I've been trying to work on that. I got real close to a real nice tone, but I just haven't had time to mess with it even further. All right, Donald James says BRB. Jay Koenig said he's the top fan for the stream. I have no idea how I got that title, but I guess I'm honored. Yeah, YouTube a couple months ago, I think they started doing these leaderboards essentially, and you get XP. So if you're doing chats, if you're doing super chats, the more you chat or the more you super chat, you get ranked. It's just, I think it's just something, I don't even know if it's fun for anyone or not. It could be weird, but yeah, so depending on how active you are in the chat, the more XP you get, the higher your rank. It's fun. It's kind of fun. I think we don't pay attention to it much anymore. It was kind of fun for the first couple of days, and I was like, hey. HD said, if I speak politically, I have nothing to say because I know I'm a prick in a suit, or I know a prick in a suit and tie most certainly has no idea what the best interests are. It's true. That's true. That is true, man. Thank you, Indy. Appreciate that. Mosey says that touches the soul. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. HD said it's all about the singable melodies. You know that's right. That one's got a good it's a good melody. I like that one. Jay Koenig said, Rick, you're gonna make a grizzled army vet cry. I feel that, man. Jake says, I'm 41, but that's close enough to being grizzled. It's true. And he said, I'm 44. Tread lightly, Jake. Nice. Ray Freeson, he says he loves it. Yeah, buddy. That's a good one there, man. That's definitely that could be a hit if I put it out right. If I recorded it right and did all the right stuff, that could probably be a hit of some sort. Or something. It could be something. I don't know what could it be, but you never know. That's a beautiful song, though. HD said, no worries, a 52-year-old drummer turned guitarist that had a 30-year career isn't much more grizzled. That's true. I don't feel grizzled. On Call of Duty, I'm pretty grizzled on Call of Duty. That's for sure. Jake said Jake's flexing his age, 20 on us now. True. Thank you, Jake. I appreciate that, buddy. Indy, thank you. Thanks, Hacks Tester. Appreciate that, bro. Mosty, thank you. Jake's Vine said, this is amazing. Shred on, Shredstrom. You know how we do. Thank you so much, Lisa. Zio Fender in the house. There you are, bro. Nick Brown says, nice. I was wondering about the reverb. Pretty pure. Yeah, actually, yeah, this guitar has got an amazing tone. I'd like to get more thump out of the higher strings. But yeah, it's just all EQing, man. I got to work on it. I want to work on it some more. Jake's Vine said, just curious, how long is the stream going to be? Are we going to hear any more electric? Totally fine. No, we'll probably be pretty well done. We'll see how it goes. I was supposed to try and do that Yngwie, that one Yngwie song. I don't know if you want to hear it, man. We can give it a shot. Far Beyond the Sun. That'd be a toughie. Nick Brown says, I think you'd want some reverb. Neural DSP now. Yeah, I have a neural, my neural DSP is the Fort Nameless X. That thing is heavy duty, man. That's like a Marshall Plexi from Meshuggah. It's great for distortion. But yeah, no, I saw some, I was talking about it earlier, Nick. There's a company I buy some stuff from called Chop Tones, and they do, what are those, IRs, you know, those responses or whatever you call them. And they have like a acoustic package. I was looking into checking those out when they're on sale. Michael says Fluff by Black Sabbath would be dope on that guitar. I've never even heard that one. I have to check that out. Jake says, so do about 35 more minutes. Yeah, true. Vice says XP experience points. I believe so. That's what they call it. Yeah, Jay Konix has 1,475 XP tonight. Cranked. Look at all that XP. Thank you, Zio. Appreciate that, bro. Don says he thinks XP is random. Yeah, I don't know what, like how much points you get or whatever. Don says, yes, I'm caught in a bubble of being politically aware. I'm just not saying it's not good to dwell on the ads. Hey, advice knows Call of Duty. It pretty much is. Jake says, you're only as old as you feel, Rick. I know. In my brain, I'm real young. Lisa says, smash the thumbs up and show some love. Absolutely. Vicey says he's loser years old. I don't know. I just don't say my age. If you want to know my age, just Google it. Be like, how old are you, man? I'm not saying my age. It's painful for me to say how old I am sometimes. So I was like, you can Google it. You can Google it. Vicey says, that's his best comment ever. There you go, buddy. Uh-oh, Lisa gets some error messages. Michael says, check it out. Sabbath, on Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, the instrumental track. Interesting, man. I have to check it out, man. I never, like I said, I never really got into the Ozzy stuff. I was mostly into the Dio stuff. And play this one. Oh man. So I can play this. I play this classical. I can play this all day probably. It's fun to play. You can just get so much inspiration from it. Let's see. AP says, okay, if this works, if this works, it works. If not, I'll try another option, bro. I'm 50, and you are XX. It's all good. I know, right? I'm pretty close to that. Nick says, I use their Omega amp works for my bass. That sucker has tuned to double drop D, crushing. Nice, dude. Very nice. Mostly asked, do you like Anathema? I've heard the name. I might have heard a song or two, bro. But yeah, I can't say that I know them too well enough to say. Nick Brown says, I play a lot more stuff like Meshuggah. You definitely shred the hell out of your guitar. Thank you, appreciate that. And I love the tone of that Fortin. I've got it right here. I got a setting for it. I can't turn it on. It would sound weird, but where is my Fortin here? I'll show you the Fortin here. But yeah, I have the Neural DSP Fortin. I use this for all my rhythm tracks. This thing is smoking good, man. It's a really ripping jam. Yeah, what else I got? I got this bias amp. I don't know if this thing loads up. This is pretty good too. Bias, positive grid bias amp. I hate how they make me log into this thing, man. You guys can screw off. It's probably why I don't use it, because they make me log in. That drives me insane, man. I hate that. It's like, quit logging me out, man. Let's see. If says the cool thing about getting older is you can watch stuff multiple times, like watching the first time. I haven't got to that point yet. I did watch the Formula One F1 movie last night. That was pretty good. Jake's 5 says, not going to spoil anything, but Rick, you look great for your age, however old that is, which will remain a mystery. Yeah. Like I said, you can literally Google it. You can say, how old is Rick Renstrom? And it shall tell you. It shall tell you. If says, saying I'm 52 is boring, so I decided to be creative a lot more. Say I'm 21 with 31 years experience. That's true. Ray asked, Rick, are you going to have some shirts with the acoustic songs? Maybe. It's a good idea. I have to think about that. Thank you, Mosty. Donald James says, Meshuggah is crazy. I've never heard of it. Yeah, they're great, man. Chris Arson says, Rodrigo y Gaviota, Silly Limits on PBS. Oh, nice. I'll bet you those dudes are real good, man. I've seen those names. Donald says, Meshuggah was his favorite band at one point. Yeah, that's a great one. Jake says, grab yourself some merch at the Rick Renstrom store. Jake's 5 saying, when he gets enough money, he's going to get that Storm Rider hoodie. Oh, yeah. That's a good one. Well, I think it's 11:35. I think I will call it a night. It's been a nice night. Got a lot of stuff done tonight. A lot of tunes played. A couple new songs. A couple old songs. A couple new ones for Jake. Well, man, it's been fun. I'm actually kind of hungry. The hamburgers from lunch are wearing off. So we got to get cooking on that. But yeah, oh yeah, tomorrow, I will not be on tomorrow. I forgot. We are going to re-celebrate Stardust's birthday. So we're going to the beach. And I don't think I'll be back by 10. So what we're going to do is I'm going to reschedule tomorrow's stream for Monday. And we'll do it on Monday. As much as I want to stream, because I'm so close to 64,000, I like to get to that, but we'll have to wait till Monday, I think. Which is fine. We shall get there. We shall get there. But yeah, I want to thank everyone for hanging out tonight. Thanks to all the mods, of course, as well. It's the only night we get to relax and chill and have a peaceful night. Peaceful night, but we shall get back to the wild and crazy stuff on Monday for sure. Absolutely, Donald, no problem. Thank you, Mosty. Jake says, thanks for the stream, Rick. It's been nice to tune in. Took my mind off of the things for a bit. Appreciate you. We appreciate you too, brother. Ray says, thank you for the acoustic player. Awesome. Thank you, Ray. I appreciate that so much, brother. Thank you so much, my man. Thank you, Indy. Oh, man, what else we got? But yeah, I think, and then next week we'll stick with the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, of course. So it'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all in a row like that. And we'll see what we can get into next week and see how far we can go. 65. We'll try and get 64, then hit 65 real quick. See what we can do. But anyway, what else we got here? Jake's Vibin says, I have been a wonderful night, Rick, as always. Good to be here. Thank you, buddy. Good to see you. And hope you have a great rest of your weekend. As well as for everyone else, have a great rest of your night or day wherever you are in the world. And have a great weekend. And we'll see y'all probably almost all, except for Friday, all next week, we'll be on cranking it down. So absolutely, absolutely. I want y'all to stay safe out there. I want you to be good to each other. And I want you to take care of each other. Because that's all we got. You're welcome, Big Wave, brother. Have a great one, man. We'll be for sure on Monday ready to rock. Feisty says Saturdays are board meeting days. Ain't that the truth, man? That's where we get to brainstorm all our great ideas, right? All right, everyone. Thank you so much once again. Y'all have a great one, and we'll see you on Monday. Take it easy.